Ugh. Welcome to episode 73 of the Clockenders Podcast. I'm your host, Reginald Dino. But guys, what a game. What a game. Just coming off of Arsenal 2, Everton 0. That scoreline, if you watch the game and you're in neutral, you would say that scoreline flatters Arsenal. Just came off the phone with a Liverpool fan who was telling me Everton had the best chances. And you guys scored a fluky goal. And I looked and I said, yeah, but you said the key word there. We scored. You can have all the chances if you want. You don't convert them, doesn't matter. When we play pretty and lose, we stink. When we play gritty and win, we stink. There's no pleasing anybody out there. And to be fair, I agreed with him in some aspects of that game. Like, you wasted 45 minutes of my Saturday, the first half. You wasted that 45 minutes of my life. Like, what the hell were you doing? And then 54th minute of the game, 55th minute of the game, I don't know where this Arsenal team came from, and I don't know where it was from the past game, Champions League game, and I don't know where it was in the first half. But that is the performance that I expect to see against teams like that at home when we have an opportunity to go 10 points up. I was sitting on the couch. I was watching this game, listening to the commentators saying, well, a point's still good. A point's still good. You can win the league by a point, and this is the point you might win the league by. And I'm just sitting there like, yeah, you're right. You're right. But don't you want to be 10 points up? Don't you want to be 7? We're all bragging 7 points up, 7 points up. It could have been 4 today. Well, no, it could have been 5 today. If Manchester City beats West Ham, which I think they will, even though West Ham is actually playing pretty good. They're trying to stay out of the relegation battle, and it is at the London Stadium for a home field for West Ham. So, stranger things have happened again, but I still expect Manchester City to win because they know what they need to do. They need to win. But even if they win, they're still 7 points back. And we were crowing as Arsenal fans. We're crowing 7.7 points. Don't you feel better that even if they win, it's still 7 points? Don't you feel better? And this is what I was talking about earlier on in shows, and people were coming at me. You have the opportunity to stretch leads. You have to do it. A draw today is dropping points. It's not gaining a point, it's dropping points. Where we are right now. If we drew today, we were dropping points. We weren't gaining a point, we were dropping points. Guys, let's be honest with ourselves. This is what I was saying back in the day, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 shows ago. I forget who we drew. Oh, why are you so upset? We're still 4 points up. Yeah, but we could have been 9. Manchester City's going to make this a crazy run. They do it every year. The last time they won the EPL, they won their last 9 games. They won their last 9. They went on a 9-game winning streak and beat Arsenal by, I think it was 1 or 2 points that season. They beat us by 2 points or 1 or 2 points that season because they won 9 in a row. They have the ability to make a run like that. They have that ability. You have to get maximum points every time you go out. I don't care what you need to do. You got to hold, you got to push, you got to foul, you got to cheat. I don't care. You got to do what you got to do. What a game, guys. The last 10 minutes of that game was incredible. Arsenal fan, you're sitting there, your heart's going a million miles a minute. Even neutral fans have to say that was exciting. And then the kid, man. What can you say? Sit back and tell me in the comments what you were doing when you just turned 16. People say 16 years old, 16 years old. I think he just turned 16 last week. He was 15 last week. What were you doing when you were 15? You're playing at the Emirates? Hockey assist for the game-winning goal? And then a solo run like that for the second goal? I wasn't doing that. We got something special here in this kid, guys. There was a point in the game where Arsenal was moving it side to side, and I was just like, Gabriel was up in the 18-yard box. Saliba was up in the 18-yard box. Gyökeres was in the 18-yard box. Martinelli was on the side, on the back end of the 18-yard box. Just serve it, swing it in. Anything can happen when you swing it into the box. Anything can happen. Kid comes in, great ball. Pickford flapping that air. England's number one, flapping that air. We'll have a discussion about World Cup since it's a couple of months away. England's number one, by the way, Jordan Pickford. Actually, he made a pretty good save actually against Saka, even though he was offside. It was a fantastic save actually. But that's something that your England's number one goalie has done. That's lost them the game. Didn't come anywhere near that ball to get it. You can't be making decisions like that in World Cups. I'm sorry. You can't. This is a game where every player on Arsenal did something. Every player on Arsenal did something. From David Raya, every week we talk about player ratings, which we'll do today. And David Raya didn't have much to do. David Raya had things to do today. From Calafiori to Gyökeres to Dauman to Madueke to Eza. Probably one of the best games Eza's played. And I know he scored goals against the guys that are getting relegated, Tottenham. I know he scored goals and looked amazing in those games. I know that. Or brace and a hat trick. I know. But this is probably one of the best games Eza's played. As an Arsenal player. I was looking at the substitutions that he made. Okay, you want to take off Havertz. Havertz wasn't really doing anything. Again, you're looking at Havertz, and you're looking at that position, the number 9 position, and whoever's playing in that, they don't get service. The way Gabriel Jesus looks good is because he's a type of player that can come back into the midfield, pick it up, and he's a dribbler. Havertz and Gyökeres aren't those guys. Those guys are the guys that are going to be at the end on the 6-yard box, tapping it in. And again, the same thing the Liverpool fan told me, Gyökeres again, easy goal, tap in. Yeah, but buddy, so you have to be there. You have to be there to tap it in. There was a play, who took the shot? Someone took a shot and Pickford made a save and he spilled it across the line. And not one Arsenal player, I think the closest player was Zubamendi, and he was still 5, 6, 7 yards away from it. How many times have you seen a ball zipped across the 6-yard box and no one's there? It just needed a tap and it was a goal. You got to be in the right position at the right time as a striker. And he was there. So all of you neutral fans out there, rival fans, Gyökeres is a flop. He looks like he's playing in jeans and this, that. He's got 18 goals, all competitions. I don't care if they're screamers. I don't care if they're upper 90 top corner scorpion Rabonas. I don't care. I don't care if it's an empty net tapping. I don't care. The talk is that Luis Suarez from Sporting has 40 goals. And Gyökeres only has 16 or 17. I'm not even going to go into an explanation on why one plays in the EPL and one plays in the Portuguese league. I think that's all I need to say. What a game today, guys. What a game. What a result. That went from this is going to be an awful evening to yes. let's go get something to eat tonight. That's what that turned into. Beautiful performance in the second half of the second half. The 54th minute, the 55th minute, I noticed the change in how we were playing, and it was suffocating. Just don't get hit on the counter from these guys, and 10 guys behind the ball at all times, Everton. Suffocating. Anyways, I made a comment to a friend of mine about Odegaard. I won't repeat what I said. And we'll go to player ratings. This guy actually had things to do today. There was a point in the game where we thought he made a save, and then when you see the replay, you see that it was Calafiori that did a defensive scorpion to save a shot. Buddy, guys, that was going in, guys. Rail was not saving that. He was there, but he was on his way down, and that ball was rising. It was probably going to go over him. But he did make a save with his foot in the second half, and he came out once or twice and missed, but all in all, solid performance today. Kept the ball out. The distribution was fantastic as well. Again today, couple of nervy moments between him and Gabriel at the end, passing it back and forth with each other. Hey, listen, they're professionals. They know what they're doing. That's fine. He gets a solid 7 today. This guy came off injured. I don't know how serious it's going to be. It looked like his groin. We have Champions League on Tuesday, I believe, or Tuesday or Wednesday at home. They're saying in the commentary, like, the next 4 games Arsenal plays are not even in the EPL. The EPL's shut down for like a month or something like that. They're going to do some warm weather. Like most of the teams are going to do some warm weather training somewhere. So, like, there's no EPL games for like a month. But Arsenal do play Manchester City, I believe, next Sunday in the Is it Sunday? 22nd? What's today? Yeah, it's Sunday. Carabao Cup final. So City and Arsenal have games. I believe there's probably going to be FA Cup. There's Champions League as well. So, I mean, they still have 4 games while everyone's resting and relaxing in Spain. Warm weather, Arsenal will still be slugging it out. And, well, that's what you get when you want to be an elite team. This is what comes with it. The amount of games. And that's why you were given the money to get a big squad. And you have a big squad. And you can rotate guys. Only injury that I think we have is Trossard, and they were saying that's not even serious either. So, I mean, I think we're good. For what Timber did today, I'll give him a 6. He got injured early, not early, but maybe midway through the first half and tried to soldier on, but had to come off in the second half. So I'll give him a solid 6. It was fine performance. This guy was a monster today, guys. Absolute monster. A couple of last balls that he played, trying to go forward, maybe got picked off. I think I can only remember 2, but again, that's not his job. But the defensive aspect of his positioning today, chef's kiss, man. This guy was amazing today. 8. Solid at the back again with his partner. 8 today. Strong, physical. You know, if you take it to the point where you can get away with it. If the ref's not going to call it, you can take it to that point. At the point where the ref starts cracking down, you play a different game. And he was very good today. Very good at it today. Very good. He gets an 8 as well. Well, we'll do him anyway. He came in. Like, I still don't understand. This guy is 21 years old, playing in the EPL, looking like he's been in the EPL for 10 years. This guy is incredible, guys. Mosquera's incredible. I know the game plan to get when you're going out and buying players, you're buying players that can play across the whole back line. He can play on the left side. He can play on the right side. He can play both middle positions. That's what Hincapié is the same. He can play on both sides. Ben White's the same. He can play on both sides. He can play in the middle. Maybe the only 2 guys that can play in the middle only strictly, or that's their best position, is Saliba and Gabriel. But every other defender that we have can move anywhere. Even Miles Lewis-Skelly, you can play him on any side. You can pop him in the midfield. I think that's the game plan Berta and Arteta have when we buy players. We buy guys that can play everywhere. Just so if we have injuries like this, we don't have to have a ready-made right back only type of player. I can put you there. I have my choice. I can pick. Played great today. 7. On the other side, Scorpion clearance. Just for that, he gets a 7. Guys, when this guy comes in, he cuts in. When he's playing on the right-hand side, he cuts in, he tries to take shots on. He was trying to score today. Going forward, pressing, trying to score today. This is what I want to see, guys. I know it's hard because of the low block everybody plays, but it seems like we play so pedestrian, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm trying to rush through this because City's playing West Ham and I want to watch it. So forgive me if I miss a couple of things that he did today, but 7. Gets a 7 today. The engine. What can you say? It's the same every week. Week in, week out, every game, it's the same. 8. I mentioned it in the preamble. This is probably, he didn't score, didn't assist. This is probably the best game I've seen as a play in an Arsenal. Didn't score, but still one of the best games I've seen him play in an Arsenal jersey. He's everywhere today. 7. And again, guys, when I'm saying 7, and then 7's fantastic on this show. I'm very critical. I'm very harsh. 7 is amazing. Might as well be a 9. Well, maybe not. Maybe not a 9. Battling out there. You know, keeping the ball ticking. This guy, when you see him, you're just like, oh, very small, very slight. He's like a pit bull out there, guys. Tackling, winning the ball back, getting it forward, and let's go again. Shielding the defenders, dropping back into the defense to play balls forward. Amazing performance again today from Zubimendi. I still would like to see Norgard play a little bit more, but I mean, it's hard. It's hard when you have guys like Rice and Zubimendi and Eza, and when Odegaard comes back, you got to find spots for all these guys, and it's hard when there's only 3 and there's 5 guys that can play there. But I still would like to see Norgard play against Mansfield. I believe he had the assist for the hockey assist for Madueke's goal, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was. But anyways, this is the only guy that was kind of like, in the first half, he was lively. He was trying to get into the box, serving balls, beating guys. In the second half, I didn't really see him that much. I know the ball didn't probably go on his side a lot, but when I was questioning why take off Madueke was running at guys today. He was running at everybody today. It only takes one little clip in the box, and we saw it on Wednesday night against Leverkusen. It only takes one little clip to cause problems. Well, there was a little clip in today's game against Havertz. It wasn't called, which was unbelievable if you ask me. Defender stood on his foot, on the back of his heel. No call. That's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And went to VAR, and VAR said, no, thank you. Unbelievable. Anyways, I'm going to give him a 6 today. He was the captain, but again, the second half, really didn't see him that much. Who started? Kai Havertz started today, but again, like I mentioned in the first part of the podcast, if you're not going to get that service and that's what you're relying on to score, then you're not going to look good. You're not going to look good as a striker. Plain and simple. Look at Gyökeres against Leverkusen. Didn't really get much as far as service goes. And everyone was just ripping his performance. Oh, what's this guy? Blah, blah, blah. It's the same. Like I said, unless you're Gabriel Jesus that can drop into the midfield, pick up a ball, beat a guy, boom, 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 and play, I mean, you're not going to look that good in that position if you're not going to get service. So just for that, I'm going to give him a solid 6 today. Like I said, running at everybody, running at guys, putting guys under pressure. You see Madueke pick up the ball. Oh no! You can see it in their faces. Oh no! Every dribble is not going to come off. Every pass isn't going to come off. But just the notion that, okay, this guy's going to take me on. He might go left. He might go right. I don't know what to do. And I was shocked when he came off. I don't know if Arteta has the cojones to take off Saka again when we need a goal. I think he did it again. He did it against Leverkusen, Champions League. I don't know if you want to do that 2 times in a row to him while he's wearing a captain's armband. I don't know, but I don't think Madueke is a guy I would have taken off. But anyways, solid 7 today. Looked great out there. Now we get to the subs. We'll leave the best for last. Made the deal permanent, I believe, last week from Bayer Leverkusen. He's an Arsenal player now. Made a a crowd roaring tackle at the end, slide tackle at the end. This guy's all business. Gets a 7 today. Who else came on today? This guy actually looked a little bit dangerous today. I know I've been critical of him in the past, but he actually looked dangerous today. On Dowman's goal, the fastest person that was going to catch him on Everton was to Dowman's left, and Martinelli realized that and cut across him to slow him down so he wouldn't catch him or trip him or foul him or whatever he was going to do so that Dowman can get his goal. I mentioned it in another podcast that he's probably, for me, he's the guy that's got Gyökeres going because of an assist that he gave him. He got our striker striking, if you remember that podcast show. So, solid 7 today. Martinelli was amazing. He was amazing today. Just the wherewithal to cut across that player, to cut him off and slow him down. It's enough for me today. He gets a solid 7. I love it when he scores, guys. I love it when he scores. The confidence is building. The confidence is there at the right time of the season. The confidence is there at the right time of the season. If I'm not mistaken, it's 18 goals in all competitions. We were shouting for 20. It's 2 away, 9 games to go. Still have Champions League, still have FA Cups, still have a game on Sunday to play. He'll get those 20. He'll get 20 and more, I believe. He'll get 20 or more, I believe. And again, for you guys, it's just an empty net tap in. Who can't score that? Yeah, okay. You would never be in that position. You would never be there. You got to be in the position as a striker to score those type of goals. Who scored a lot of tap-ins? Gary Lineker scored a lot of tap-ins. He's the greatest striker England's ever had, right? Okay. 7 today. Solid 7 today. What can you say, guys? What can you say? Just turned 16. They were making a joke on the broadcast. Like, you can't even go celebrate that with a beer. Like, he's still like 2 or 3 years away from being able to drink in England. That's how young this kid is. So, hockey assist for Gyökeres goal, the game winning goal. And just the cameo throughout the games, he megged somebody he had 3 guys on him. Most 16-year-olds, what are you going to do in that position? You just try to get a throw in, kick it off someone? No, he put his foot on the ball. He was shielding guys and rolled it through someone's legs and tried to pick it up on the next line. I think Saka picked it up. It was just, the cameo was just crazy. The confidence this kid must have, it must be out of the stratosphere. The confidence he probably has. What a player. What a player. What a ball he played in to the back post for Nkape or Martinelli to do something with. Go watch the second goal again. Go watch the little shoulder shift he gave. I think it was Mialenko or whatever his name is, the Ukrainian guy. Watch the little shift he gave him at center. 16 years old, guys, 16 years old. This guy is the man of the match today. guys, go watch that goal again. Go watch that goal again. I'm going through it in my head again, where he headed it past the guy first of all, and then just a little shoulder shift, a little shoulder drop, a nice little faint touch on the ball to shift it a little bit. Mialenko went sliding by him, and it's to the races. Man of the match today. 8, 9. I'm giving him a 9. Incredible game by Max Dowman today. Incredible game. He's going to be the talk of the town for the next 2-3 weeks. He was talk of the town against Mansfield with the performance that he put in at Mansfield. You're playing a bunch of men in Mansfield. Those guys have real jobs as well. You're playing men. And he was probably the man of the match on that game too. Crazy performance at that age. Crazy. Look at this kid. Look at him. It's crazy performance. First half was dismal. Dismal first half. I don't know what he said. I don't know what he said in the dressing room, but he got those guys going. And he was living and kicking every ball on the sideline as well. So, I mean, did he get the lineup wrong? Again, for the 950th time on this podcast, the team picks itself pretty much. You can't get this lineup wrong unless you're putting Gabriel in net. I mean, those are the only things that you're going to get wrong, playing players out of position. But the players that he has in the positions, flipping and flopping and switching and swapping, yeah, I mean, every lineup should win. At home against Everton, every lineup you put out should win. But I'll give him a 7. It wasn't that bad today. I'll give him a 7 based on the second half of the second half and what happened. But anyways, so that's it, guys. Those are the player ratings. Did I hit everybody? I think I did. Those are the player ratings for Arsenal 2, Everton 0, 10 points up. City do have a game in hand, and even if they win it, we're still 7 points up. And this is what I'm talking about, guys. We gotta collect all the points. The bigger we can stretch this lead, now we go into a game against City, and we're 7 points up. Even if we lose, we're still 4. The pressure should be off going into those type of games now. Of course, you don't want to lose. Of course, you want to make a statement. You want to beat them at the Etihad, and you beat them at the Etihad, and this thing's over. It's just, we can collect a trophy there if you want. But even if you lose, you're still 4 points up. And then they're going to have to win, and you're going to have to lose. And even if that happens, you're still a point up. You got to collect points. It's obvious, I know, but this is when I'm ranting and raving. This is what I'm talking about. Because there was going to be a ranting and a raving today if they didn't pull this one out again. But they did. So we're good that way. So guys, fantastic performance. It's Saturday at 4:00. I mean, it's a beautiful Saturday today. It's a beautiful Saturday today. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to the podcast, if you haven't subscribed on YouTube, hit the bell. You'll be notified every time I put out a show. Again, I put out a show after every Arsenal game on the weekends. During the week, the Champions League games, it's kind of hard because you're working and all that stuff like that. But yeah, after every game, I put it out. If you're not following on Instagram, we're on Instagram at Clockenders Pod. The same on TikTok at Clockenders Pod. If you're not in the conversation on TikTok, join the conversation on TikTok. We were talking about what the Brighton coach said last week and what Alan Pardew said last week about it. They're having to be an asterisk beside Arsenal if they win the league for whatever reason. I don't know. Just the dummies get louder. So whatever. So guys, enjoy your Saturday. Let's go West Ham, and we'll catch you next week. Come on, you Gunners.